Welcome, listeners, to the podcast Eberron Adventures, a D&D podcast set in the world of Eberron. Let's listen as we hear the adventures of 6 unique personalities taking on the challenges that they face both in and out of their schooling at Windshire University. Skogar, a half-orc bounty hunter with no concept of personal space. Lukar, a halfling wild magic sorcerer whose best friend is a voice in his head. Lissa, a mage-breeding wizard with zero interest in melee combat, and her familiar Bigwing. Jack, a rogue, a fighter, a bard? Well, maybe none of those things, unless he declares a major. Velma, a rogue with a penchant for exposing the truth. And Azuri, a Kalashtar cleric with a big heart and even bigger issues with socializing. Let's follow them on their adventures throughout Eberron on their journey to become heroes. But lore and rules lawyers beware. We pick the rules that work for us and build our own lore in a freestyle fashion. So let's jump right back into the action with another episode of Eberron Adventures. All right, hey, welcome back. So I posted a new question for you guys. Like, I gave you a little bit of lead time, like 20 minutes. Is it backwards for you?
Nope, it's right side.
It's kind of blurry for me.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe if I need to switch from one.
I was gonna read it out. I was gonna read it out loud.
Better one,
yeah, is it
better two.
one, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I pulled tonight's little roundtable question from good old reliable Ultimate RPG Campfire card deck, available at your local Barnes and Noble, and still not yet getting any sort of recognition of any kind for that. So there's that. But, with 15 followers for the podcast,
It's just a matter of time.
Probably not quite there yet. But whatever. So the question for the group is, if you could be remembered for your character, if you could be remembered long after your death, what would you like to be remembered for? And I want to start with Velma, with you. What would you be remembered for after your death?
Well, since I'm young, everything is grandiose. And I would think that I gave my life in support of a greater cause. Hopefully that cause is on the side of righteous, but you can get misled. I can't speculate further than that. I hope I don't die tonight.
All right. What would Skogar want to be remembered for?
Skogar says, like as they're walking around or doing something, like there's like a lot of land out there that you see these maps, and it's like you kind of can tell where you're going, or able to navigate, but there's so much to this world that isn't illustrated the right way. People need to get a feel for the land, and I want to be somebody who can known for showing people what the land really is. And he says that to the group, but secretly, he really, really deep down wants to be known as the booger spitting champion of all of Eberron.
Nice. You never know, that might be achievable. But I mean, he's got to hold the title. It's not just about getting it right. He's got to hold it.
Yeah. You can start to live off that.
Right. Exactly. So what would? It's so tough. What would Lissa want to be known for?
Easy. The pioneer of mage breeding. She wants to be in the textbooks. Lissa Fernwillow, the pioneer.
And then in parentheses underneath, what not to do. Question mark.
Ouch. Maybe. That's her first book. Then she'll write What to
Do. What Not to Do by Alyssa Fernwillow. And the follow-up, no, wait, do this instead.
Yes, there we go.
What about I am sure I have no doubt that Jack has quite the diatribe of what he'd like to be known for.
You know, that's funny because Jack has never really thought about what Jack would be known for. I guess Blazeball, you know, comes to mind, obviously, Blazeball, but it's like the future of Jack was up in the air, really. You know, like Blazeball and, you know, be a successful, you know, teammate and do this whole Windshire thing. But after that, I mean, I guess we didn't really think about what Jack was going to do after that, what he's going to be remembered for. Maybe, I don't know, just being the best, I guess, being the best at it all. All of it. He wants to be remembered for all of it. That's how he wants to remember Jack. Just take this Jack and just like this is where something big happened. This is where the changes happen. This is where the important stuff happened. Just Jack.
Okay. Cryptic yet profound, I would say. Azuri. What does Azuri want to be remembered for?
Azuri would ideally not like to be remembered. If no one remembered him, that'd be perfectly fine by him. But if he absolutely had to be, he wants to be remembered as the one who played it safe while the rest of the party went ahead and died in a tragic TPK. That is the sole survivor of a mission gone horribly wrong. If needed. Again, ideally not remembered at all, but if he is, it's because he survived by running away.
My God. All right. Okay.
I remember that time that you talked to that girl at the library and then you turned like several shades of pink and red. It was great. I'll remember that always, Azuri.
So that's what you're going to be remembered for. And then I'm curious. I wonder, especially with all this newfound power that seems to be happening for him. I last but certainly not least, I'd like to know what Lukar is going to want to be remembered for.
Well, of course, I want to be remembered as a good son to my parents. I want to continue the legacy of the stores that they've created and started a franchise. It sounds like now, and just keep the name of going, the Still Shower name going through our stores, and of course to be the most powerful sorcerer halfling that has ever existed. And I think I'm well on my way.
And P.S. BTW, if you don't mind.
Mean, I don't know if I really think that, but this voice in my head that I think is Astrid is telling me that that's what I would be remembered for.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Astrid has not led me wrong yet.
No.
And I'm sure that
they've really not.
This voice inside my head never going to lead me wrong. Like no one's ever had any problems with voices in their heads leading down a wrong path. I'm sure.
Agreed. I can't.
And also to be remembered as the coolest blue slad that ever existed.
I can't wait for you to actually start listening to the recordings, because then you'll get to hear like all of the insane amounts of vocal effects I've put on Astrid's voice to constantly change it so it's never really the same.
I totally am going insane.
It's been a lot of fun.
Different voices in my head.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, if you listen to it, because it goes from distorted to chorus to reverb to this wah-wah thing that goes low pitch, high pitch, low pitch, back and forth. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to reconfigure those all the time. So on that note, that was good to know what you all would like to be remembered for. Hopefully you will get to live long enough to be remembered for those things. So we're going to see how you guys manage tonight here. So we're going to jump right back into the action. And this is where I'm thinking maybe I throw like a little like music bed in the background as I say, and we're gonna jump back in, and it's like you put the little like that little like boost of music to go back into the fun, or not. So as you recall, so you're all in this one section of the forest. You're outside of the center of the Eldritch Groves, where it was kind of weird and crystalline, almost like sort of looking like, I guess like it'd be Iowa. I don't know, where it's like kind of deserty, but not like super deserty yet, you know, with some trees and cactus kind of hanging out together, like that kind of vibe. Was in the center of the Eldritch Grove as it's really surrounded by trees. So essentially you're on the other side when you started, at which point you found the person that you have been looking for this whole time. And so that is Gorvin. He's the protector, the guardian of the grove, and he is tied up to a tree. We've got three Yeth hounds, conveniently numbered in this scenario, so we can track them easily. As you can see here, Azuri, this is your spiritual weapon, your hammer. We have Big Wing right here. We've got the other assorted cast of characters here, and pay no attention to these blue dots over here. This is our big bad Davidion, who may or may not be there because you cannot see his physical form. So if everybody's comfortable with where we are, I've got all the HP tracked for my bad guys, and we can go right into the top of the order. And the top of the order is going to be one of these blue dots. Just kind of get themselves into position as they come from further into the forest, and they come up, and you hear as a Kuatoa comes flapping over, looking kind of ash, like a little bit dry and scaly, because it probably hasn't seen some water in a little bit. So it's making him a little extra angry. And he's holding out a spear in a menacing way as he joins into the excitement. And then in Lukar, we're going to start with you.
All right. If you remember, I'm a blue slad.
Correct.
And I did take some damage last turn, but sort of like, it seems.
And you, as a in a polymorph scenario, you would, when you go to 0 HP in that character, you return to your normal self.
Correct.
Okay. Just making. That's what I thought. Just double checking.
I don't think that's going to happen, though. So there's this.
That's rather confident.
Yes.
Okay.
There's this Yeth hound in front of me, and I'm going to try biting him first.
Okay.
Does a 24 hit?
I think you know the answer to that.
Right.
Let's not be coy.
14 points of damage with my bite.
Dang. Okay. Nicely done.
If he is still up, I will then slash him with one of my claws. And that is a natural 20.
Oof.
Woohoo!
So
right.
12 plus 6 is 18 plus 5 is 23 points of damage.
Holy cow. You just did almost 40 points of damage to this thing. That's crazy.
Is he still up?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yes.
Then he's going to take my second claw, my third attack.
Okay.
And that is a 19 plus numbers, so 27.
Okay.
And that is a 12 points of damage with the other claw. Or batting this dog around like I.
Yeah.
Like
so this. Yeah. Yeah. Almost like a cat batting around a toy, kind of, but a little bit more clawy, right?
Yes.
And yeah. So you're just like, are you speaking as Lukar or anything? Like, are you making any Lukar noises, or are you just?
No, I'm just making.
Okay. All right. So you're like, rah, rah. Okay. Yeah, so this Yeth hound is just like getting slashed and just yelping as it's getting slashed, and then it stands, and then as you finish like tearing it up, It just stands there looking like kind of swaying back and forth a little bit as it's still standing, but it's covered in scratches and bleeding profusely as it still snarls at you. And Jack, it's your turn.
So number 2 still up after all that?
Yeah.
50 points plus of damage, and it's still up.
Well, I think it's time to retreat hastily.
Or finish him?
All right, I'll try that instead. So I will make with the stabbies on number 2 because I'm right there.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That's a hit.
And he is engaged, so that is good news for those reasons that we all know of.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10, 13, 18 points of damage.
What did you damage him with? Exactly.
I pierced him with a short sword.
Okay. You run him through quite verily. You do.
All me.
As you pretty much like you skewer. It's like head on a stick type vibe as it like goes to like kind of like to come up at you, and you just kind of you skewer that bad boy. You kebab it.
That's how it's done, Blue. That's how it's done.
and he's off the playing field. So well done for you, unfortunate for him. And if you guys keep making short work of these things, we're going to be doing a lot of freestyle at the end because I don't have a ton
60
of stuff
points of
prepped.
damage short work.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Didn't he take damage last week too? I feel like he's already done like 100 points of damage.
We're just going to have the Slad walk up and down the map and
There
just
we
kill
go.
everything while
That's
everybody
all
else
we
just
need.
hangs out.
The Slad hasn't killed anything. What are you talking about?
Good one.
I believe that was all me.
Jack, I need a con save.
Oh yeah, that's right. You mentioned that in our Discord, which you can check out. That is, I think that's a fail because I don't think I have much bonuses. No, that's a 10. So
okay,
that's that.
Yeah. So you let me think here. You have a coughing fit. Pretty significant coughing fit that kind of doesn't I won't say like I won't say it puts you prone or anything like too crazy, but let's say you have an intense coughing fit, which means like let's say like on the next turn if you choose to move you only get half your movement because it's like you need to get over that, cough it out or whatever. So that's going on for you. And you finished off that Yeth Hound, and we are at Velma now. And Velma, remember your hand cannon is frozen for this round. If you choose
that is correct. However, I am going to charge directly at the captive by that tree. I'll go 30 feet. How close does 30 feet get me to him?
Right here.
So I could theoretically go another 30 feet and get there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Then flashback to when I got the Shadow Meld dagger.
Ooh.
I was practicing with it in our dorm room, and Izuri was trying to read and like just ignoring me while I'm doing those just knife fight katas.
Okay.
Not as quite as intense as Sheen in Apocalypse Now, but pretty intense. And it started to annoy him, and Izuri just left before I finished my workout. And at the end, I read the inscriptions on the blade, and it says, "Darkness covers a multitude of sins, and misty step gets you out of the scrape you're in." It sounds a lot better in Quarry, but I read it in English, so it didn't actually trigger those effects, and he never heard it. But he might hear it now when I when I pronounce in Quarry. We've never discussed that I actually understand that language. And I misty step to the side of the captive man, and I use the dagger to cut the bindings that secure him.
Okay. So yeah, then let's see. I would say I would consider that some pretty slick moves. So I'm not gonna really ask you to roll to cut ropes. That seems pretty silly.
It's
It
a
will
magical
take you.
dagger.
I would say it would like well, let's start cutting. Let's see what your next turn holds for you to determine if you're still cutting or not.
Okay.
But that's good. So oh, by the way, Azuri, as this dagger gets used, you like you get this sense of dread starts to come over you. And it feels very similar to like
Everyday life for Azuri.
uh touche, nice. But no, it actually feels like it feels a little bit how you felt like when when you were on the run from when the Dreaming Dark was trying to find you when you first became the cleric that you are now. So that's what you feel in your heart of hearts, in the pit of your gut.
I think
And
I'm attributing it to the dogs that are here that he just got scared from. So it's kind of a little bit of it's blurry for him.
so that's what he's attributing it to.
Oh yeah, it's like
Okay.
we're in the middle of a fight. I always feel like
That's
this.
fair. That's fair.
Maybe that
Okay.
works.
So Velma, as you are as she's trying to cut him, you're trying to cut him free, you're going to something's going to happen, and I'm going to roll a couple dice and ask you if I hit you or not. A dirty 20 and a 7.
One of them hits.
Okay. So that dirty 20 is going to do 8 what type of damage is it? It is force damage, 8 force damage as a blast of force energy hits you from a like just a location past the blue slad. You know it is not the blue slad, aka Lukar, blue car, if you will.
Ooh, nice.
And it's not coming from him, but from a location past him. You see a blast come from out of nowhere. And then let's Lissa, what's Sable gonna do?
Sable is right next to one of the hounds, and she is going to continue attacking with her quarterstaff. Yeah, but she's using Shillelagh on it. That's a bonus action, if I understand correctly. Just stalling till I get my dice. There we go. 19 to hit.
That's a hit. Leave my friends alone.
3 bludgeoning damage. I roll so well for Sable.
I think it's very appropriate though.
It's meant to be.
Leave my friends alone, even Jack. And and then we're gonna go to Skogar next.
Skogar is still running through the woods. I do believe he is yet to pass his con save against whatever the wolf howled at him, if I remember correctly. Was that a thing? Was that a
Oh,
thing?
the frighten? Are you still frightened?
I think
that what it
I think he might be actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Okay.
think my internet dropped there for a second.
Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think
I mean, that's why he was in the woods.
Yeah.
And I don't believe I ever passed. So like, he's. Oh yeah, and he like laughed at. No, that was the last scene. But yeah, he's blitzing through.
yeah, roll it.
So he needs to. Yeah, and that would help if I even got my dice out. All right, here we go. Oh, I almost dropped them. 13.
One second. Oh, that was a wisdom you did, right?
No, that was con.
Okay,
I'm
what'd
sorry,
you get for
wisdom. Oh,
wisdom?
so Oh gosh, wisdom's freaking 9 then.
Oh,
Oh
sorry, bro.
no.
Sorry, then you do not pass. That's unfortunate.
Bump bump. All right, so he's blitzing through the woods, but you know what? He's going to blitz north because the whole thing was we were hiding behind Velma, and that's the last thing that he
Yeah.
knew was safe.
Yeah.
So he's blitzing like straight north. He's running through the woods and screaming, "Where's Velma?" And he kind of knew where she was at. So I think, if you don't mind, I think he'd be further up, a little bit closer to the trees to the right, and just like screaming, like, "I got to get behind Velma."
Oh. But Velma's like over here, though. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
that's the last place he knew because he's just running through the woods. Velma was about where who's green? Velma was about where Sable was the last time they were hiding behind him. That's where he's kind of like trying to get to safety.
Nice.
Terrified.
Nice. All right. So as you do that, then another guy comes over here up top here next to another Kuatoa joins the fray with a spear in one hand and then a shorter spear in the other hand. And is just as it's like waving its weapons around frantically. And because it took a ways to get over here, it's pretty much sprinted over. So it will not actually take a physical turn this time around. Let's go to Lissa.
Okay, so Lissa, no longer frightened. She's gonna come up closer to like where Azuri is. And then she's gonna cast Magic Missile on
Oh,
the
nice.
same on number 1. So that will be 12 force
On number 1?
damage on number 1.
Okay.
And then
Alright.
Big Wing will swing in and
Nice.
try to take a big
Bite out of them?
peck.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right.
Okay. 8. That doesn't hit.
No, that's a
But
miss.
then he'll try to hit with his talons. 9. My dice love me tonight.
Yeah, that's also another miss. So my
Well,
apologies to you
that's okay.
and the unfortunate situation that has arisen. All right, and then we are going to go to Azuri.
Oh, all right. So first things Azuri's going to do is use his bonus action to swing his spiritual weapon hammer at number 1 dog here.
Okay. Do it.
Oh, this is not good. This is not good. It's an 11 to hit.
It's a miss.
Okay. And then, despite his judgment, Azuri's going to try to run up from where he is to get much closer to number 1, or at least behind. Yeah. I guess try to get like under Big Wing there, and
Yeah, sure.
and try to whack number 1.
That's what Azuri's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has 30 feet of movement. I presume he can get up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's going to try to whack number 1 with his real hammer. See if he gets better luck.
Do it.
Nope, it's a 7.
All right. Also a miss. Yeah. All right. So how number 1 is how number 1 is going to attack you, Azuri, because you were the one that most recently attacked him. And he didn't enjoy that very much. So let's try. Yeah, I'll do that. It's gonna bite you. It's gonna try to bite you. Try to bite your face off.
Try.
Yeah. And it's gonna do that with a 23.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
that hits.
Cool. That is going to be for 10 piercing damage.
Ow.
But we've established you are not frightened though, so that's not so. Otherwise, so you're good. Otherwise, no additional damage that you take. That is that hound's turn. Number 3, the third hound that's down closer to Velma is going to bite you, Velma. And that's going to be for a 15 to hit. Does that hit? Are you there? Doesn't sound like Velma's there.
Skogar says in his most Flintstonian voice he can muster.
So then I will hold on to some. Oh, okay, there we go. 15 hits. Getting it through a chat message. So Velma, you're going to take 8 piercing damage. So at least you can take your damages. We are back to the top of the order, but this time it's with this Kuato right here, who is going to take it's going to actually jump down here behind Sable and try to hit her with its spear for a 12 to hit. Does that hit Sable? 12.
Oh, I'm sorry. I zoned
All
out.
good.
12. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That's gonna be 3. That's gonna be 3 piercing damage
Okay, cool.
as it hits. She, that hurts. And then we are going to go with Lukar. Your turn.
And I'm going to walk over to number 3 Yeth Hound
Oh boy, here we go.
as I see Velma taking some damage, and I will claw it, but I'm guessing a 13 misses.
A 13 misses. Yes.
A 21 does not, though. And that will be 14 points of damage with one of the claws.
Okay.
And then another miss. I wasted it all on the other Yeth Hound. I was shook when I saw Jack steal my kill, and now I'm like,
You got two ballsy, man. You got 2 ballsy. It is going to be Jack's turn upon his return.
Like I said, you just can't make it happen, I guess. Just got these claws. You got these claws. You just don't know what to do with them.
Jack, you need when you after you take your turn, you need to answer. I'm really curious. You need to answer my direct message I sent you.
Okay, I will do that once I read that.
Okay.
So with the cough, Jack's he's right behind Lukar there. He reaches into this rust bag of tricks that he picked up somewhere along the line, and he throws this thing. But rather than say blaze ball like he normally does, he says mage breed, and he tosses this thing, and it lands right next to number 3, and what lands there is a goat appears.
What?
Wait, what?
A goat appears right there.
That's great. Now there's a goat. A goat has entered the battle.
Goat has arrived. And then as a bonus action, because that was my action, as my bonus, I would like to, I guess, kind of like, there's like a log right there. I'd love to like hide behind that log with a little hiding trick.
Okay.
And that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna look at this private message you sent me and then answer it.
Okay. All right, cool. There is a
I don't even feel like I need to look up the goat stats because it's a goat.
yeah, I'm just trying to find a good color. There we go. That works. That's the goat. He's a little smiley face. And then Jack, you're gonna go. So you're gonna basically be hiding over here. Then is that what your plan is?
Yeah, that's it.
So like kind of crouch lying down, sort of. So you're like
And as I'm doing it, I'm just like I just shake my head sadly at Lukar.
rattling his cage. Velma, it is your turn if you have sound.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I don't know what happened. But there still is a Windows control panel when the sound app doesn't work.
Nice.
Keep that in mind, kids. So I guess, how far along am I into cutting these bonds? And if I just free like one of his hands, can he untie himself?
Just roll a flat D20 for me. Tell me what you get.
D20, aye. 6.
Okay. You're able to cut one of his hands free, like sort of, but he's still kind of struggling and can't really like get himself out of it. But you are making progress. So you could choose to let him struggle for however many rounds it might take him to struggle for to break free. Because you freed him up enough where he can do the rest himself. You just don't know how long it's going to take him. Or you can stay and go further another round if you want.
No, I say, you got it from here, big boy. And I use my action instead to invoke the other function of the dagger and bring down darkness upon us.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So the Kuatoa can't shoot me. The dog is like, I'll probably have disadvantage fighting the dog. But
I feel like I might
he's
notice.
almost dead.
Feel like you might know what?
I feel like I might notice this time. You know, the
Oh yeah,
the
for
darkness.
sure.
Yeah.
The
For sure.
core incantation. Yes,
So
probably.
how big is this field of darkness?
15-foot radius sphere.
Okay, so it's basically going to be around, emanating from you.
Right.
Are you the center?
I will be the center. It will not move with me though.
Okay,
It's
fair.
like
So
stuck here.
yeah, so it's basically surrounding Gorvin, you, Hound number 3, a little bit of Lukar, and a little bit of the goat. You have caused darkness to imprison people. All that they see is absolute horror.
Right,
so
but I now only have one person trying to fight me, and the guy has some time
yeah.
to work on his bonds.
Yes, that is fair. So, and that is your turn. So nicely done.
Oh, that was the action. I wonder if I can do anything as a bonus.
Yeah, that's fine. Sure.
I will take the disengage, so the wolf can't bite me, and I will back slowly out of this radius of darkness.
So you're backing to like in the southern direction?
Yes.
Right? Okay, got it. So you're kind of, we'll envision that you're under like this little section of trees over here, right below you, in that same area. And you are out of the darkness. Azuri, you see this darkness come down, and it's like, I need you to do, let's see. How about in wisdom, intelligence, do a con save. It's like more like
8.
mental constitution. What'd you get?
8.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you're not incapacitated, anything crazy like that, but you are straight shook to where whatever your next attacks are, they're going to be with disadvantage, because this darkness, you completely, like, all you see when you see that is it's dreaming dark all over again, like just happening literally right in front of you. The thing that you've been trying to hide from for so long is now just seems to be right in front of you, in just mere 100 feet, 80 feet away, 70 somewhere, wherever, something like that. So that's more of just an observation that takes place as our good old bad guy, who still don't necessarily know really where he's located, because he is still invisible. And Lukar does a Oh, never mind.
Yes, never mind.
You see like these two blasts of energy shoot over, one over each shoulder, wildly over you. But you just see them coming from nowhere. They
All
just
right.
generate and come. They just generate and come out from empty air towards you and shoot at you.
Okay.
And AKA stupid missed attack yet again. But then let's see who else is nearby there.
Not Skogar.
No, it's definitely not Skogar. Yeah. No, that's it. That's all that happens for that turn, and it's gonna be we're gonna go back to Sable again.
All right, Sable is gonna keep attacking that hound. She is
Okay.
trying her best. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this time. Well, okay, so she rolled a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Oh, here we go. 9 bludgeoning damage.
Look at her go. Look at her go.
She found its weak spot.
She's like, I'm contributing. I'm doing a good job. I'm helping. Damn it, I'm helping.
Yeah, you are, Sable. Go, Sable.
Nobody needs to judge me. She gets a little bit surly. And then we're gonna go to Skogar. It's your turn. You want to try your wisdom save again?
Oh yeah, definitely. Velma 9.
Okay, you're still frightened. But here's the thing, though. So you're
Same
you're
exact roll.
frightened, but you're frightened, but you don't. But it's only like, how do I explain? So you're still affected. You're still frightened. However, like you can't see the cause of the frightening anymore. So
Oh, okay.
it's
So yeah,
only
he
if
would be
so only
frightened
if you so only if you see it again is it really going to be a concern for you.
So in that scenario, he would definitely be booking back his original plan the whole time to try to get behind Velma. But the last time he saw Velma was somewhere where Sable's at now. So he would maybe come,
Is he gonna
running out
go
of the woods by
to
Sable.
the south or towards the north direction, like this way?
Northeast. East
Okay.
by northeast.
All right.
Yeah.
So you literally come out like right here,
Yeah.
and you see a Kuatoa, trying to get to Sable, and
What the
like
what the hell is that?
and you can still like this thing didn't do any scaring to you. It was the hound down here. So like
Yeah.
you can attack the Kuatoa if you want still.
Oh, so if he has an attack. By the way, are we 4 or 5? I forget. 4, right?
4.
Yeah, okay. All right, so he attacks the Kuatoa with a 14 to hit.
4 or what? Huh, what?
14 to hit.
That is a hit.
Ooh, all right. So he swings down his great sword. Hey, nice. 9 plus 3, 12 points of slashing damage.
The Kuatoa goes as you like what? Because what do you attack it with? Your sword, your bone sword?
Yeah, bone
Yeah.
great sword.
Yeah. So you just whack the living hell out of that thing. Assuming you're attacking with no holds barred, and you take a nice little chunk out of its side as it's just like like screeching, this low guttural screech of agony as you damage it pretty sufficiently. And the one that's still up here, he's gonna jump down, and he's actually gonna attack, because we haven't even pulled the obvious NPC into the mix of Seamus. He hasn't done shit since we started this thing. So truly is, if you're saying something, Jack, I didn't catch it because you were muted.
He's about as effective as Lukar.
Oh.
Boom. Cutting
Oof.
deep. Cutting
So that Kuatoa is gonna
Oh wait, that
like
was not muted. Damn it!
deep.
that Kuatoa is gonna that Kuatoa is gonna is gonna attack Seamus with a spear and get a nat freaking 20.
Oof.
And
Oh, Seamus, we hardly knew you.
that is going to be, I think spear is D8 if I recall, right?
Sounds right.
That sounds right. Yeah. Um. Okay. 10. Okay. All right. Seamus is like as he takes takes a shot to the gut with a spear. It hurts really bad. And it is going to be Lissa. What are you doing?
Lissa is going to say, Sable, watch out! As the Kuatoa is coming from behind her and shoot magic missile at level 2.
Ooh, nice.
All right, we got 12 force damage again.
Damn.
Ooh.
It's
Oh,
like,
and
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh, it as it hits because all what 3 missiles hit it, right?
Yes.
So it's just like as each one hits it, it just like makes these really dramatic motions like slow-mo, like right, and then
Nice.
and then you just see like these like char marks on its chest.
Beautiful. And then Big Wing Kakaz and will attack the hound again. Hopefully
Okay.
hitting this time.
Okay.
With its beak, it gets a 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, 9 piercing damage. So he gets a nice chunk out of that hound. Piece of flesh.
Very
Okay.
nice.
And
Yeah,
then
that hound is yelps.
Yes. And then a 24 with his talons.
Damn. Yeah.
He is feeling it this round. 12 slashing damage.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So all right. Okay. So with that, so Big Wing and y'all like, let's see. So Sable, unfortunately, is the closest. And Azuri is also. So as Big Wing like with a ferocity not yet seen by any of you. And so anybody that has a passive perception of let's say like 11 or above that's within range of it will notice this take place. As Big Wing like screeches this like just as it like lands on top of this hound and just rips it to shreds and just like blood is shooting like Azuri. The front of you gets showered in spatters of blood, and same with Sable as Big Wing just goes to town on this thing.
Nice.
And then starts to turn kind of vulture-y with it and is like it's like, oh yeah, I need to eat
Gulp
this, like
it
I'm
down.
hungry. Yeah, absolutely. So Big Wing is like full on like visceral, just like completely finishing off literally this hound as Azuri. So you saw the dreaming dark like darkness cloud, or so you as you think, and then you get covered in blood. and I'm sure.
And
I'm
you
sure
hear
that
Lissa go say, "Yeah, go Big Wing."
as she's cheering on the bird who's eating this thing alive. And yeah, that's Lissa's turn. So Azuri, we're up to you.
As blood streams down his face from this, and he gets flashback of his encounter. The only natural thing for him to do is he'll use his action to go ahead and channel divinity, and he's going to create a, what did we say, 15-foot radius twilight around myself. And then as people end their turns in there, I'll give them an effect.
So is this Twilight like that light sedative that they give you for outpatient surgery? Is it like that?
I'm guessing so. I don't know. It doesn't specify whether it darkens the area or brightens the area. It's
Makes them all
just
sparkly.
twilight.
Right?
All of a sudden you see that vampire. He's like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Okay, so So you turn at twilight.
Yep. 15-foot radius around myself. And then I will go ahead and as my bonus action, I will use the spiritual weapon and hit the Kuatoa that's near the hammer there still.
Yeah. Oh, and you can keep the hammer up while you have the other spell going on?
The Channel Divinity is not a spell.
Okay, thank you.
It's a class feature.
Got it.
So yeah, I will use the hammer here. Try to use the spiritual hammer. I will do disadvantage, as we said before, from the being.
That Kuatoa has not even been struck yet, so.
Yeah, no.
Oh wait, which one? The one by Sable or the one down here?
The one down there. It was a 2 + 7. It's a 9. It's not.
Oh yeah, you miss. Sorry.
Then I end my turn in my zone of twilight, and I will go ahead and give myself 6 temporary hit points.
Hey, why don't you give yourself 6 temporary hit points? You deserve them.
Oh, nice. Gift from the DM there.
No, I was just talking to Uzuri, just repeating what he said. Don't get it twisted. Okay, so man, so only one hound left. As 1 and 2 are done. Okay, so number 3 is just gonna go. It's gonna attack Lukar, and it's going to try to bite it. And I know that what's my bonus here? Too many windows in the same area. Okay, I got a 24 and a 12.
24 hits.
Okay. The 20.
What's attacking me? The Yeth Hound?
Yeah.
Are we not in darkness, or did it hit even with?
Oh, that's right. So then that should be disadvantage, right?
I would think.
Yeah. All right. Let me try again. So, because it was 2 attacks, and here, let me think here. I don't want to do this. No, that makes sense. So it still strikes with the 1,
okay,
but not the other. So it misses. It was going to bite twice. It only bit once.
All right.
In the darkness. But it does, however, do 11 points of piercing damage to the slad. But slads have like a good amount of hit points, so you should still be doing pretty good, based on what I saw. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It requires some effort to take you down now at this point, which is fine. Kuatoa number 1, who's not doing too well, goes towards you, Skogar, and is like, as it swings its spear at you, very lackluster. But amazingly enough, some bitch gets a nat 20.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm frightened, so he probably had advantage anyways. But yeah, we'll just call it
going to be 10, 13 slashing damage as it swings a spearhead at you and slashes you up for 13. And we are back to you, Lukar. What are you doing?
So I will say that polymorph is a concentration spell. So when I took damage, I rolled to see if I maintained concentration, and I'm good. But I'll remember.
Thank you for tracking that. Appreciate that.
No problem. If I'm partially in darkness and partially not. Is that right? Is that what we determined?
Yeah.
If that's the case,
but you're facing like you're because you're facing the hound, because that's who you attacked.
Yes.
You're right. So you're that part of you is in the darkness.
Okay. Well then, I'll attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
Claw is a miss. Claw 2 is a miss. Bite is a hit. 19 is a hit, correct?
Yep. We can do this guy.
9 points of damage with the bite.
Okay.
Nice.
Jack's probably still not impressed though.
Never. I can never impress my.
It's Jack. It's not me.
I can never impress Jack either.
Okay.
I mean, I threw a goat there, man. That's what I bring to the table.
So
yeah, you can't top that.
So Lukar, as you finish that attack, you hear that white noise sound in your head. And Astrid says, "Holy shit! What did you do to yourself?"
I can only. Well, I know I do have telepathy, so I guess I can like.
Well, we already established you can talk to Astrid in your head.
Yeah, me slad now. I'm not as smart as I was. Me slad now. Me crushed dogs.
Astrid goes, damn it, I wish I would have told you. Wish I would have told you about this spell before you went and cast it, because now you're just gonna be you're as dumb as a rock right now. Anything I tell you is not gonna matter.
Not matter.
Come on, man. Damn it.
Come on, slad.
I mean, you could I don't oh fine. And then the white noise goes away. Astrid's
Bye.
Astrid's not having it, and as it's Jack's turn. Oh, Jack, roll a con save for me.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, that's a pass. That's a 19. I assume it's a pass. It's a 19 high.
Yeah.
I will.
Lissa, roll a con save too, and just message me what you get.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jack.
Number 3 is in darkness, right? That's what we've determined. The number 3.
Yes, correct.
Hound. All right. Well, I will use bonus action. I will say, goat. Go hit that other. Go
Okay.
run to the and hit that other blue dot, the one that's in the middle there next to H.
Okay.
That's a slot or a Kuatoa, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So goat is going to run and charge. He gets a charge, so if he hits, we'll try to do something on that, but we'll see what.
Yeah, that's amazing.
See what his ram here is, what he does. Oh, a natural 20 goat.
Oh, shit.
Way to go, goat. Way to
Man,
go.
way to goat. You might have to keep this guy. You might have to keep this guy around.
Is the goat the greatest of all time? Maybe.
He might be the greatest of all time goat. Yes.
That's not the best roll, but that's 6 bludgeoning damage as the goat, and this thing needs to make a strength saving throw or he gets knocked prone.
Really?
Yeah, because
how much damage?
6 damage. Because he charged
Son
at
of a
him.
gun.
It's part of the goat.
Kuatoa goes, oh, like he's all like shocked by it. Oh my god, he failed. He falls over as a goat is kicking his ass.
That could not have gone any better.
And so as that happens, Lissa, you look up, you see this. What does Lissa think that all of a sudden Jack just summoned a random animal and is now
a nat 20 goat
successfully successfully fighting with this nat 20 goat? What does Lissa feel?
Knocking down Kuatoas like nobody's business.
She's furiously searching her bag for a second, being like, did he steal my ball? my spear? What the hell is going on here?
And as you're searching for that, you have a little like cough sneeze moment, and you're all of a sudden not feeling so hot.
Feeling very jealous of this goat.
You're feeling like, I mean, the adrenaline's running, but like, you're like, I don't feel really good right now.
Aww.
And it's stressing you out even more.
Mm-hmm.
And Velma, it's your turn.
Well, wait a minute. That was just the goat. I mean, what about?
Oh shit! My bad. I didn't realize. The goat was so moving. I just thought.
I really can't top that. So maybe I should just let you just move on to the next character.
My apologies, please, Jack. Go ahead.
No. How would you feel about like? I mean, I know there's a lot going on here. Like, I'm not going to run and attack somebody, but what if I had a short bow out? Would that be possible, or is that how you want to, roll with that? There's a lot going on here.
Are you just going to shoot into the darkness?
No, I wanted to shoot at something else, like probably the Kuatoa way up there.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's
because the ones in the dark, which would give me disadvantage. The ones on his ass, which would give me disadvantage.
Yeah, the darkness is not enough to obscure your view. I would say though that you've got 2 people kind of in your path of this arrow, so I would say you should probably.
It's just Seamus and Oh, it's Lissa though. That is Lissa. That's
And
Lissa.
Azuri. No, that's
Yeah.
Azuri.
Oh, Azuri? Oh, well, then never
Azuri.
mind.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll take that shot.
Wow.
The-
Confident in myself.
Oh, Lissa, I need to put you probably up here more, huh?
Yeah, I'm closer.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Lissa and Azuri look very close to me.
Yeah. So yeah, the color's kind of similar. So roll with disadvantage if you want to use your bow, and a crit fail might be your problem. So just don't
all
do
right.
that.
So Jack pops out. Not only does he pop out, he's literally blue also. Like he comes up, his face is blue, his skin is blue, and he takes a shot. And
Still with the blonde hair. Does he still have the
Yeah.
blonde hair?
You know, like he's kind of grown the blonde hair out, so it's kind of like half blonde, half brown.
Okay.
And that's a 13 to hit with the disadvantage.
You're hitting
That Kuatoa up top.
this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Up there, yeah.
So you hit.
Yes.
Meets it beats. You hit it. You hit
All
it.
right, and he's engaged with people too. Absolutely.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love this. This is best news ever. That's 11. That's 16 points of damage.
Okay, so this arrow, like it's like the movie. It's like the movie Wanted, which was like the really main cool thing about it was the bending of projectile weapons, right? So this arrow it literally kind of goes, it flies, and then it just kind of goes, it moves around Seamus, and then goes and moves around to Zuri, and it just goes right through the forehead of the Kuatoa, and the Kuatoa like takes a spill, and is down and out for the count.
All me.
And we're
That's all I gotta
assuming
say.
we are going to assume lethal damage on
I
that
mean,
one because it's you, and you don't, that's
All
not your.
me.
Yeah,
All me.
this is a rescue mission after all. And yeah, so do you say anything? You just say all me.
I just say all me, and I just give Lukar just a look. I just as I'm pulling the bow, I'm like staring him down as I do it.
I can't see you because I'm in the darkness.
You're half in the darkness. You see it. You see it.
Yeah, that is a penetrating glare.
Lukar, you swear.
You might not see it, but you feel it.
Bluecar, you swear you see all of us. Your Slad self sees Jack looking blue like you. What does Slad Lukar think of that?
I mean, it is the same blue, completely.
Do an intelligence. Why don't you do an intelligence check? Let's make this interesting.
Yeah, I pass.
Okay.
Uh,
So you're smart enough to not get fooled like it's another Slad, but
right.
you're still like kind of like, what the hell's going on?
Yes.
So
I do have telepathic powers though as a Slad, and I telepathically say Slad bigger than blue blonde haired kid.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's fighting words. Jack, you all this you hear this random weird voice in your head that doesn't sound like Lukar, and that just
Doesn't make
kind
any
of
sense.
comes into your brain. We are going to go with Velma.
Right. So I am going to sidle there to the left of the screen until I can see around this blob of darkness into the fracas at the everybody's milling around there.
So you're gonna
One
go
toe on the ground.
You're gonna go here?
Yeah, in a roundabout way I'll get there using
Okay.
my full 30 movement.
In and around
I will
the
be
goat.
also, I will use my action to try to clear the malfunction on the force cannon, just like
Okay.
Grandpa showed me.
Okay.
I took it to him to as I attuned to it. No, it didn't require attunement. But I took it to him to show me how to use it, and that was
Okay.
my gunnery feed.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to unjam it, but that'll be your turn then, yeah?
Yes, I don't think I can use a bonus to hide. I can use a bonus to hide, and I shall do so.
Okay.
Well, I'm a little close to be hiding from the prone. No, I won't bother.
Okay. So you're just gonna hang out there, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not in Azuri's aura, am I?
No, you're not.
Okay. Then I'll just
Well,
hang out here, and I
wait.
will be
no,
ready
you're
to
not.
fight the Kuotoa
Okay.
next round.
Does a 21 would hit you. Does 18 hit you too?
Yes.
Okay. You are going to take. Oof. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. You are going to take. You're going to take 18 force damage as two force blasts hit you, one after the other.
Is it
In
from
each
this
shoulder.
Kuotoa?
No, it's from a
It's
different.
unknown assailant.
Correct.
Then as I die, as I go down, as I faint like Pokemon, I will
Oh
say,
no.
I will say that there's another assailant, or I'll try to get that out and probably get cut off halfway.
There's another ass. That's as far as you get.
Yep.
And then you fall to the. And meanwhile, so Jack's like, well, there's another goat. What, a donkey? No, that's a goat, not a donkey. And yeah, so you fall. So Velma falls to the ground, out, and then I'm assuming like gonna start death saves next round. And it's Sable's turn. What's Sable gonna do?
She locks eyes with that Kuatoa and she raises her quarterstaff and runs at him.
Okay.
Vicious.
You son of a
Sable.
bitch! I'm gonna kill you.
19 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit for sure.
All right, and then she does 6 damage.
Okay. She whaps it real good on the snout, and it puts a gouge on its face, and it yelps as Sable's just like looking all mad, teeth
Nice.
clenched, swinging that quarterstaff with so much rage in her little body. And Skogar, it's your turn.
All right, so Skogar's up top, and he's gonna look to his right and go, "What the hell's that big blue thing?" Because and the wolf that feared him is dead, I do believe, right?
I think so.
Because the wolf's not the star or the
We'll say
H.
you're not frightened anymore.
Okay, so he's gonna start running into the fray then.
Okay.
And what's H? I'm sorry.
So H is Azuri's spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay. So he's going to keep running down.
Mhm.
And attack. Yeah, right there. That's what he's
Okay.
going to do.
And how long does the darkness cloud last? Do we know?
Oh yeah, I have dark vision, but not like magical dark vision because that sounds
because you
magical.
can't see through magical darkness. And it is a darkness spell. Velma, do you know how long that will last?
Since you bring it up, it's 10 minutes with concentration, but I am now unconscious, so it's down.
The darkness is
Oh.
gone. So Skogar, you come up and you see this big blue thing right here.
Yeah.
Do you know that that's Lukar?
Well, he audibled, and unless someone in the group said, because this happened after he ran away, and unless somebody in the group maybe said when he said, "What the hell is that big blue thing?"
I don't know, man.
But here's the thing. So technically, you would say that nobody would answer. You would still get to do a turn before somebody could answer.
Yeah. So he runs up and he tries to kick it over then.
So you try to kick the sled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's just gonna try to
All right.
drop kick it.
All
So
right.
he's I'll let you play this how it is. That's a crit fail.
So you try to kick him, and it's almost like you run and like clumsily try to like do like a drop kick move that turns into like a really bad karate kick that
Oh yeah.
and you just completely whiff and you fall down on the ground over here by where Gorvin's tied to the tree. And he's
that was
like
a hell of a kick. But yeah,
and
he
he
lands on his head.
he kind of squints at you as he's still like trying to come to from being in rough shape and everything, and he's almost freed himself, and he's like you all right over there, boy? You okay?
And who the hell are you? What's going on?
I'm the guardian of this, and he's like, because he's like, he's straining with the ropes, like he's and then that ends your
okay. Yeah, I got this.
That
he shakes himself off, but he doesn't. He obviously can't stand up that
Right.
turn. I'm assuming he just biffed it, but that
ends your turn. This Kuatoa here is like he just got knocked over by a goat, so he's pissed at the goat, so he's gonna turn around and bite the goat.
Okay.
He's gonna take 2 bites at it, and that's gonna be a nat 20.
Oh,
Ooh.
Not even kidding, and a 6. The 6
Bye-bye,
obviously
goat.
misses.
the 20
Oh,
hits.
no.
So
Why are you gonna get my goat, man? You're gonna get my goat.
um,
I mean,
that's gonna be for 10 slashing damage.
yeah, that I think the goat might disappear. Let me double check that, but I mean that takes the goat off the field, the playing fields.
It bites it in the neck and starts to shake it like a dog with a big play toy, like as it disappears.
Oh, that's actually super cool. Like I love the visualization of him like grabbing something very material and shaking it, and then he just turns to nothing, and he's still shaking it.
It just goes and that damn goat
it does
goat
vanish.
Squared.
But yeah,
What's that?
It does vanish. Yeah.
Okay.
So
it
it's
vanishes
just
off the
like
playing
shades of
field.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. And we are now at Lissa. It's your turn.
All right. Lissa's just gonna do a firebolt at that
Okay.
Kuatoa.
Okay.
That's her plan.
Do it.
All right.
Shoot it.
15 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. 3 fire damage.
All right. It's like as you hear this, and he goes because he's like dry. He's not a wet Kuatoa. He's dry. So this really hurts.
Got a flare up.
He's trying to find some lotion. That's how much it's bothering him. Azuri still shooketh. It's your turn.
Lissa, are you close enough in my sphere?
Where are you? What color are you? Yeah, I think
Gray.
so, because you're gray.
You're gonna go ahead and get 7 temporary hit points.
Thanks.
Dish those out. And Azuri is gonna use the spiritual weapon and smack the Kuatoa that just got firebolted.
Okay.
This might actually be good enough. Let's see. 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
So that's gonna be for 8 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then he'll sort of saddle up next to where Sable is and go ahead and try to whack it with his physical hammer.
Okay.
Oh, and that is a 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
Whack it for 8 bludgeoning damage with that hammer.
Okay, so what happens? Because you've taken the remainder of his hit points. So what's going to happen to him after you hit him with that hammer shot?
I mean, I feel like I wasn't being too careful. Now I'm kind of scared. So this is killing it.
So you hear like in the more modern like fighting games like Mortal Kombat style where they get all graphic with the finishing moves, you hear the of its head as you kind of whack it with the hammer so hard that you just kind of crush it as it slumps down to the ground. And as you do that, Big Wing's gonna come over and just and starts eating the Kuatoa. and Lissa, you're just a skosh, you're like, yeah, but
Like, was that really
like
necessary?
all right, okay, big wing. It's like
Am I feeding you enough?
tearing it up, and it looks at you with this angry face, and it goes, "Rah!" And then goes and goes back down to eating the Kuatoa more, and it's like,
All right.
and just
Yeah.
kind of spreads its wings out, puts its wings over it, and just like
It's all
keeps-
yours.
keeps going to town. And we have taken that guy also off
Yeah, Missouri's definitely backing into the woods there just a little bit after seeing this carnage. Just a little.
Fair. That is fair. You're like, nope. You're gonna do like the Homer Simpson in the bush, fade back in.
We're just back in,
Fair.
2, 3 there.
Fair. Okay, so that guy's number 3, the hound can do something, and it's gonna bite you, Lukar. It's gonna do the 1-2 bite maneuver. 16 and a 9.
16 hits.
Okay. That is gonna be 13 piercing damage.
Wow.
As it takes a nice bite out of you. And just growls, and it is your turn, Lukar. What would you like to do?
Wait, what's the concentration deal? 10 or
Oh yeah, it's 10.
concentration?
It's above. It has to be above 10, I thought, right? To keep it or to break it.
Above 10 or above 10 or half damage, right? That's how it works?
That's it. Yep.
Whichever's
Whatever's-
higher.
Yeah, whichever is the higher number, yeah.
If it's whatever's the higher, then I have not maintained my concentration. I am back to being just regular Lukar, no longer a slad.
All right.
At least you got your brains back.
And,
I do have my brains back,
and
now I'm standing in front of
For what it's
this
worth.
yes hound, and I don't have a claw, and I don't have a bite, and I'm running a little bit low on spells. But I will first bonus action Misty Step. Maybe
Where you going?
behind. I'm gonna Misty Step behind Jack.
Really?
He just wants to be by you.
And I'm right behind him, and I whisper into his ear, "Watch this," and then I cast Fireball right on the yes hound.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Sorry,
So-
Star, who's right next
Okay.
to you.
So this is a 20 foot. This is a 20-foot radius, right?
Oh shit! Is he
Or
too
20-foot
close?
diameter
Is he
or
too close to
something?
the guy we're trying to rescue?
It's a 20-foot diameter, right?
I mean,
Oh, wait a minute,
probably,
wait a
but
minute.
I'm okay. I'm cool with it.
No
Oh,
My
wow.
choices
takesy
are to
backsies,
either
man.
hit Jack or hit
No,
the other guy.
hit the guy.
No takesy backsies. So
no takesies backsies.
yeah.
Uh,
So are you centering it on that hound right there? That guy.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, some good wizards have that ability to like
Cool.
I know. I was just
manipulate
looking
their-
to see if my sorcerer points don't let me do that. Like I
I'm
I'm
got
just saying, there's like people who are qualified to do this kind of thing. They,
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So it's 20 foot. Is it 20 foot is it radius or diameter?
Radius.
Okay.
Right? Isn't it?
Tell me, Fireball.
You check, man, because I'm not looking. So
somebody just gave me these powers and didn't really tell me how to use it.
That's okay. So you just throw fireballs out there without even understanding what you're doing.
20-foot radius.
Lukar, man.
from the center, right?
20-foot radius, centered on a point.
Okay.
Which would be worse, a radius or diameter? What would?
Well,
radius
somebody,
is
Emily,
instead of centering it on the
which
dog,
better?
you could have centered it like 20 feet to the south.
But here's the thing.
He didn't.
Lukar didn't say that.
Lukar was not thinking about that.
So, okay, so the fireball hits.
I have a feeling that when I transformed away from being Slad, like for a while there, my intelligence was still at Slad level.
Exactly.
Like it just didn't carry over.
So
sure, Jen.
Okay. So here's what's going to happen. So I need you to roll. So Lukar, I need you to roll the damage. All right.
Yep.
And then here's who needs to make dex saves. Okay. Jack. Gorvin.
I feel like Gorvin, because he's tied, doesn't pass.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Skogar.
I'm sorry. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Skogar, are you here? Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So Skogar, you need to roll a dex save. Velma can't roll a dex save because Velma's down.
Oh, you just killed Velma further. Lukar, bro.
And then Seamus and Big Wing.
I guess you can only kill the wrong things.
Okay.
That's
wait, that's 20-foot reaches that far out?
These are 5-foot squares, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even see the squares.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, they're
4.
there.
That's Lukar, man. I don't even see the squares, man. I just throw fireballs out there.
You see him now? Is that better?
Oh yeah,
Like
now
10,
I see
15,
him.
20.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's really close. Really close
Yeah.
quarters. That's
Yeah.
a 19 for Jack.
I'm making Azuri's wish come true.
To kill all of us.
Have a total party
to be
kill, but
the
not
only
him.
So
Oh, yeah, that's
what
true,
is
yeah.
so what is the damage
Partial
that you
party kill.
did?
That's right.
It was 34.
Oh Jesus Christ!
What?
You jerk!
Oh my god.
You jerk! What level did you cast this at?
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay. All right.
8d6. I just rolled really pretty well.
So 30. So it's basically a 34 or a 17.
Jesus Christ!
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Wait a
so
minute. Do I have that thing? me-
Wait,
Tell
what
me-
was the dex
Tell me.
save?
Tell me I have that thing.
what's the number? What's your DC?
It was close.
My DC is 15.
Oh yeah, no. Big Wing is down.
Oh, I don't have that thing.
So okay, so Big Wing is down. This says okay.
Is anybody close to 15 but not made it?
Oh yeah, Skogar's on the Skogar never got up. He did his slide. he said, "Who the hell are you?" And then got hit by that and just boom, is down. Like, wait, what was the total damage if you succeed?
It's 30. It was 34.
34 if you fail, 17 if you pass.
Okay, I had 5 hit points and 31 total. 5 hit points left,
Oh no.
and I have a max of 31. So we got to do some
God.
Oh
math.
no.
Is that death math?
Well, yeah, that's death math. Well, I can't remember.
No, because that's 26. You would take 5 damage to get to 0, and then you
Yeah.
take 26 points of negative
Right.
damage. So you're
Oh my
still,
god.
Yeah, you're
you're
okay.
down, but you're not dead.
Yeah.
Yet.
Five
Okay.
points.
Yet. We'll see if Lukar drops
So-
another fireball on you. I don't know.
Lukar is
So-
just a smear right now.
Okay.
No, but before anyone dies, is anyone close to the saving roll? Like
I passed, so.
I got a 14 or 13, and I want to.
No, they all failed miserably, Lukar.
What about the Glaven? Who is it?
Glaven.
Glaven.
I think he automatically fails being tied up.
Fair play.
All right. So here we go. So Lukar, so like you hear right as you're about to cast the fireball spell, you get the white noise in your head. And Astrid says, "Oh, good. Okay, you're back to no." And before they can get the word normal out, sees this fireball shoot, like just like not shoot, sorry, just appear and just come out, like just expand out. And the this is so fucked up, dude. Okay, so the fireball just shoots at just, and like Jack, you just see this fire, this just wave of flame just come at you and hit and bathe you, and what does that do to you as far as like, are you up or are you down?
I mean, I'm up.
Okay.
I passed, so I only took
So
half.
you
that damage.
you get burned like
Yeah.
really bad.
I don't think I have any eyebrows anymore.
And you know this
That's what-
kid.
Are you a rogue, Jack?
That block there.
Jack, are you a rogue?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
Because I thought rogues, if they pass, take a quarter damage. Isn't that a thing?
It is. I think it like higher
Regardless,
levels, though, right?
don't try to make up for shit. Regardless, you
Yeah, right,
you
like
freaking burned
this-
him.
Right.
You burned him. Okay, so Jack is burned. Let's just go down
He
the
was
line
making
here.
fun of you anyway. You
The
really
F
got him
hound, the
bad.
F hound takes the full brunt of this fireball, and as the fireball dissipates, the hound just looks over at you, Lukar, and is like,
And you didn't even kill the hound.
as seething with anger.
You
and
stink.
then behind the hound, Gorvin, the guy you're trying to rescue, falls limp because he's fucking dead. and then Skogar goes, he goes, "Who are you and what the I falls." And then the fireball comes and he just goes, "Ah!" And he's out. Velma, I'd like to know, so Velma's down.
Oh shit.
And-
I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt, Bill. I
Yeah.
have to, because it's the first time in this entire campaign that I've remembered to. He's been knocked out 3 times.
Okay.
He goes, "Oh, what the hell was that? That blue thing." And he uses his orcish relentless endurance and stands back up at 1 hit point.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
That's
I-
yeah.
Nice.
Knocked out 3 times. I was like, oh shit.
Doesn't
So-
even realize probably that Lukar cast this thing on him, right?
No. He
Well,
just
I'm gonna
knows.
let him know.
He
I will let him know.
I'm just gonna kill the next thing I freaking see.
Velma,
So, yeah,
Velma, what happens to Velma is what I want to know. 34 points of fire damage was done to Velma, who is down and was put at 0. So what is Velma's status right now?
Velma, then, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, Velma is dead if we're playing by that. Usually a damage to a unconscious, a dead person is a automatic failed save. But if we're taking hit point damage, then yes, she's dead.
Okay. Yeah, you're dead. So And Velma, like, I mean, she was already down before, but
As
she's like,
Velma shuffles off this mortal coil, she said, I really hope Seamus and that Galvin were part of a worthy cause.
and as
Tying back to
you
the beginning
as
of
you
the
think that with your
episode.
final
man.
thoughts of your connected living brain before you are shuffled off to this mortal coil, you Seamus also drops dead from fireball damage, and Big Wing drops dead from
Yep.
fireball damage.
Oof.
Now, was he zeroed and put to negative to the point where he's dead, or is there the potential that Big Wing could make death saves?
He was at 21, so then he was at negative 13.
So technically, it could make death saves.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So Big Wing is down, and can make a death save. When it's your turn. So
Okay.
that's everything that Lukar did with that one fireball. And Jack, it is now your turn. Jack, you can tell, and you see that Velma's dead. And you just know. You see Velma's dead. You see the guy you were supposed to rescue is dead. You
It's
see
like
that
Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru over
Skogar
here.
was almost dead, and then stood back up, which is freaking you out a little bit. And you see that fucking your professor is also dead.
This is gonna be. I don't know how we're gonna explain this one. Jesus. I got like the first time like ever in his life, Jack has like nothing to say, like just any of it. He is shocked like by everything that's happened, and with that he just shoots a short bow. Shoots a short bow at number 3 there. That
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
Okay. That is a hit.
There's nobody around it, so it's just 9
Not
points
anymore.
of damage. Yeah, no. So that's 9 points of damage on that.
Okay.
With a bonus action, he'll turn around and just like smack Lukar upside the head, like, what the hell? Nothing, no actual attack, but just like a slap of like, what are you doing? And then yeah, I mean that's it. That's all he does.
Lukar, that's 1 point of bludgeoning damage to your face as Jack knocks you upside the head. It's like, what's wrong with you, man?
Non-lethal damage.
Velma, I unfortunately have to cross you out off the list of in the initiative, and all of a sudden, so after that,
I would just be providing commentary, voiceless.
after you slap,
beyond.
after you slap him, all of a sudden you see the big bad reappears, drops the invisibility, and looks around at everybody that's down. And it's like,
I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
and then looks over at you, Lukar, and is like, well, hot damn. Thanks for taking care of some of this for me. I greatly appreciate you. And then you see him he puts his hands up, and he just is like, he's like, and points his hands, like shoots his hands at you to shoot 2 Eldritch blasts at you. And they both miss. As he's still a little bit like surprised by all the carnage that has happened around him. What is Sable gonna do? So Sable like looks at everything and it's like, that's what the
I don't know.
You can
Sable.
say it, Sable. Say it, Sable. It's okay. You can say it. Now is an appropriate time for that word.
Big Wing, is he okay?
Everybody, what's wrong with Lukar? He's crazy. Holy shit. So what's her action? What's she gonna do?
So well, Big Wing's right in front of her.
Yeah.
And she does kind of have this mark of healing.
Okay.
She sort of has it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think she would try to heal Big Wing.
Okay.
Yeah, she does have
So-
Cure Wounds.
Okay. So yeah, do it.
All
Is that a
right.
touch?
Yeah, that's a touch.
Okay. So she's like, huh? I gotta save somebody. She puts her hands on Big Wing. And how much does she heal him for?
4.
All right. So Big Wing is like as he like flaps his wings, and he just is like kind of regaining his composure. And we are gonna go to
Okay, at least we got the bird back.
we're gonna go to Skogar. Skogar with your 1 hit point. What are you gonna do? And this Davidion, this bad guy, just appeared right to this side of you, from out of nowhere.
Yeah, so he's gonna.
I mean, is he bad though? All he did was try to shoot Lukar. I'm not sure if he's really the bad guy.
But yeah, he's gonna slash at the. Oh, why? Another crit fail.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Skogar spent 5-6 rounds tonight doing 1 round of offensive and 5 rounds of nonsense.
Okay, what was it worth it to even like do your last you get
So-
up from that blast?
Yeah, right. So you swing your sword. You miss the bat. You miss Davidion, and you hit Gorvin, who's already dead, slumped on the tree.
Oh. You know what? He pulls his sword out and like, well, that was it. And he action surges. Oh, all right. For a dirty 20.
There you go.
And that's on who? On the bad guy?
Yeah.
The maybe bad guy? Okay.
And that is 12 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, he's like, oh, finally, someone actually managed to do something. I was wondering when this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And that is your turn, Skogar. Alyssa, what are you gonna do?
She's gonna hit that pink guy, the Davidian.
Okay.
Yep. Magic missile. Let's go.
Do it.
2nd level.
Do it.
So sending 4 his way. That is
Damn.
18.
Holy cow. He's like, oh. He's
Jeez.
like, it's like, son of a- like trying to slap away the magic missiles that are hitting him. And it is going to be Azuri, your turn.
So is anyone else from the party actually down, or has it just been mostly the NPCs that are now dead?
Velma's dead.
Velma's dead, but Velma's gone. So I guess what Azuri's gonna do is he'll move through the woods and carefully step over Velma.
Oh,
And emerge out next to this guy, and he's gonna use his hammer and whack him,
okay. Whack him.
or try to.
Whack-a-mole.
15 to hit.
That is. Pardon. Gotta find where my character sheet is here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Bear with me. Nobody's really attacked him, so you said a what? 13?
15.
15, that's a hit, yes.
All right. That'll be 5 bludgeoning damage, and then as a bonus action, I'll take the spiritual weapon that's back there and swing it at the back of his head here.
Okay.
22 to hit.
Oh, that's for sure a hit, yeah.
That'll be 6 magical bludgeoning damage from that one.
All right. So you do that. The number 3 hound is like, and it runs over here, and Jack, it's gonna actually leap over you and go for Lukar.
I don't know who the bad guy is anymore. I don't know who I
yeah.
should be fighting.
He's gonna jump over you and go after Lukar to bite him. And that's actually a 16 twice.
Both hit.
Okay. Let's see. 7 piercing, and then oh shit. 21 total piercing damage in totality that you take. And as the dog like lands on the ground after it's just bit you and tried to tear at your clothes and whatnot to try to tear you up. As it's just like it's looking all battle scarred and damaged as it's just like, fighting with you. And we're now back to the top of the order, and it's your turn, Lukar.
I'm going to go ahead.
And you hear the white noise in your head. And Astrid's like, hey, bud. You doing okay?
What's
going
I
on?
gotta get rid of this dog.
Talk to me.
You
killed your teacher and the guy you're supposed to rescue and
like one of your friends, right?
It was an accident. I don't know what I'm doing.
Literally 3 people you just killed.
Not much of a teacher.
Oh, you know what? Screw you, dude. What are you trying to do?
I put 4 magic missiles in the hound that's on top of me.
Okay. Only 2 of them do damage.
Why is that?
Because I'll tell you why in a second. What's the damage for the 2 missiles?
So it would be 7.
Okay.
No, 8.
7. No, wait, 8. Oh. So.
Oh, and bad news. My wild magic goes up too.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Bad news?
The cherry on top.
Roll it.
I gotta look it up here. Hold on.
Oh, this is exciting.
This guy.
To add insult to injury, it's going to be something bad just because it's already gone super bad.
This is so stupid.
What is it?
You turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn. While a plant, you are incapacitated and have vulnerability to all damage. If you drop to 0, your pot breaks and your form reverts.
So as you
got to be Astrid's doing.
As you turn into a plant, Astrid says, you see, this is what you get. It's not my job.
It's not my job to teach you anything.
That's your responsibility.
And you're just going to listen to me because you're a plant, so you can't fucking talk to me. So you're just going to have to listen to what I got to say to you. It's not my job to teach you. It's your job to teach yourself.
I'm here to provide feedback
and positive reinforcement. Killing your friend and some of the faculty
is not helping this
situation. And that's on you, bro. That is on you.
And then the white noise goes away. And you're just a plant on the ground. And Jack, it's your turn. You see Lukar is now a plant next to you.
And I go,
and there's a Yeth hound.
Is the Yeth hound still alive?
Yep. Barely.
I thought like 2 of them didn't do damage because it died.
It's very barely alive, and you could kill it and then just one last time just rub it into Lukar one more time.
That's my plan. It's a 19 to hit.
It's a hit.
And that's going to be 11 points of damage.
And you skewer this hound as it's like and just slumps.
I'm like
on your blade.
And I look to the plant. I say, notice how I killed it and nothing else, nobody else. And then I tip the plant over with my bonus action.
And then let's see.
And then I think I will then just sit. I will sit on that log, and I'll just I don't even know what to do. Like, they're fighting this guy who just appeared out of nowhere. I don't even know he's the bad guy, but they seem to think he is. I don't know. I'm just like, whatever.
And Jack, you end up close enough to me, you're going to get 9 temporary hit points.
I don't know if I'm even close to you. I guess I might be. Sure, thanks.
Too bad.
I'm right
Too
there.
bad. Too bad. Velma can't get just temporary like life again. So okay. So then where were we? Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So Davidion is like he kind of like positions himself a little bit, and he's like, and he looks around. He's like, hold up. No, this one, and he points at the plant. He's like, this one was just a person who just killed a bunch of y'all, and now he's a plant. Didn't you see some kind of problem here? You think I'm the problem? This guy's got some issues. And then he waves his hands around again and shoots more eldritch blasts. And this time he twins them. So now it's going to be 4 blasts. So there's going to be one on Jack that's going to miss you with a
the
5.
one guy who's not doing anything to him. All right.
Yep.
Bro.
A 21 on the potted plant. Which is we're just gonna say Lukar brings you back to your Lukar state.
Yep.
Azuri, it misses you, and then Skogar, it misses you. So it only hits Lukar, and that's it. And he's just like, oh, now you're back. Well, that's pretty weird. Like, he doesn't seem really fazed by any of this, because he has a much bigger mission, and you get the impression that he's if you guys are keeping him from doing his mission, he's going to eliminate you or die trying. That's just how it's going to go. And it's Sable, the opportunity for Sable to do something if she so chooses.
Yeah, I mean, that guy seems dangerous. She's gonna attack him.
All right. Do it.
All
What's she
right.
going to do?
So she charges at him
All right.
and says, Lucar's our friend. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose. And it's
Nice.
him with her quarterstaff for a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, all right.
Melissa might be
8.
pulling off this dual character thing going on here. An 8 damage. Nice.
Yes.
Nicely done. Okay, that's great. Nice job. It's like, oof, as he gets smacked with a quarterstaff. And then so Velma, I need you to check the message I sent you. And then
Sable now also has 10 temporary hit points instead.
Awesome.
Oh,
Instead of, so it does not stack.
Correct. Temporary hit
Okay.
points, it's if you get them, you
Well,
can
that makes sense. It would be really broken.
And
Yeah.
if they're better, you can take the new value or you keep the old value.
Nice.
she's like, Sable's like, I feel so much power. And and Skogar, it's your turn.
So Skogar walks up to noticing now he's taking a glance at his surroundings. He sees Velma behind him. He says to this new guy, if you're not a cleric, you're going to die. And he goes up and he attacks him. And oh, nice. That is an 18 to hit. And
It's always great when you talk shit and then can connect on the hit afterwards. It's always a nice feeling, right?
Needed it tonight for sure. Okay, so that's 9 points of slashing damage, but he activates trip attack. So that guy can make a strength check versus rolled pretty damn good there. 16.
Oh, I tied you.
Oh, so what's that go to? Tie goes to the attacker, right? Yeah. Usually
I'll
the other way.
give the tie. The tie goes to Skogar because you've been getting a raw deal all night. So
Yeah.
I'll give you this one.
says, you better be a cleric. And he knocks him on the ground. And now he's prone in front of Skilgar.
Damn. So yeah, he's kind of he's a little bit worse for wear here as he becomes prone. And that's your turn. And Lissa, we are up to you.
Shoot some magic missiles at him.
Do
on
it.
the ground. Yep.
Do it.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I can add 12.
He's like, oh, that's smart. I don't like that at all. Azuri, it's your turn.
Skilgar, that was 6 temporary hit points for you at the end of your turn. And then Lissa, you're still way back there, so.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, Azuri's whacking him with the hammer again. Normal hammer is 22 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
7 bludgeoning damage, and then he'll bring around the spiritual weapon hammer and go for the double tap.
Could this do it?
That's a 14 to hit. That's not going to hit.
On the ground.
Yeah, you get advantage, right?
I think so.
Oh, then it's a 24 to hit.
Because it beats anyway, so you would have been fine. All right, what's the damage, man?
That is 6 bludgeoning damage.
So you knock the wind out of his sails, but he is still alive, although he is prone from taking that wallop on the hammer. We're gonna go back up to the top of the order with Lukar. What are you doing?
I will, because I'm out of spells. I will. Fireball. I'm just gonna throw a dagger at the guy.
Okay. That's a guilt dagger. That's what that is.
That's all I got. And I miss anyways.
Oh, so you're like, So after you do that, the white noise comes back in your head. So are you gonna take back what you said? No.
Yes.
All right then.
I take it back.
Right then.
Well, what are we gonna do about Velma?
Dude,
and my teacher. They're gonna kick me out of Windshire.
You need to not cast fireballs in the center of all your friends.
I didn't realize how big it was gonna be.
I mean, that's what she said, but
So,
okay. I mean, I understand that. I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can help you with. I got nothing to help you bring those guys back. I mean, I think you got to build a story. Because if you're the only ones left alive, you just got to get everybody on the same page with what the story's going to be. And maybe they'll cover for you. And then the white noise disappears and Astrid's gone. And it is Jack. It's your turn.
All right, so the dude is knocked down, right?
The dude is down, prone, but still alive.
Well, in that case, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Because he shot me with a. Yeah. At least he shot at me. I am going to. I'm going to use my Ring of Misty Step, which I picked up somewhere along the lines. Yeah. I'm going to Misty Step like above him and just kind of like just fall onto him with my sword, my short sword.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Just roll the damage straight up.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, that's too good to not just allow the hit. I think really.
That's 18 points of damage then.
Okay, so you drive short sword. You said
short sword,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you drive the short sword through his heart, and he's like, and he grabs the blade. And he squeezes it with his hands, so his hands are getting bloody as he's like, and he twitches and shakes and just.
And I'm like, I don't even know who you are.
And it's like he's like, and he looks at you and he goes, I was supposed to be your undoing. And he's like,
Lukar.
and Davidion is no more. So congratulations, you did beat your first mini boss. It only came at the cost of the life of one of your players. But we're not gonna end right here in this moment. We're gonna go just a skosh further, because I think we need to put this in the right spot, right in the right frame of mind here. And Jack, you're because you hadn't mentioned anything, so we would assume that you're still blue, and that hadn't changed, right? Because you hadn't mentioned anything. So you're not blue anymore all of a sudden. Literally, you just turned back to your normal facial color and appearance in front of anybody that's paying attention. So your blue goes away, and then let's see.
Are we around Velma and like we're in that scene still?
Yeah, because I mean you're all just kind of here, right? So Big Wing kind of chills out a little bit and goes back over to you, Lissa, on your shoulder, and like nuzzles its head against you, and is just breathing at a very steady pace, just like, I mean, it's got like a bunch of grody stuff on it, but it's just hanging out on your shoulder, and it's like wanting your attention and affirmation
Oh yeah.
that you can feel, and you can feel in your mind.
Patting Big Wing and yep.
And so let's see. So Azuri, you're right next to Velma.
Oh yeah.
And you look and you see that like there's this energy that starts to form like over Velma. You see that there's this dagger that's in her hand, as she's laying down, dead. Dagger's in her hand, and you see this energy that starts to like float above her chest, and it's this dark energy, and it starts to branch out over the top of her body, and you see branches go down her arms and then down her legs, and then you see these like little, it almost looks like veins, like these black veins, like almost like symbiote type style vibes of this black energy going up her neck and then ultimately covering her face with like a net of this black energy. And then you see her entire body go stiff and like lift off the ground for a second. And then she begins to rise up and like turn 90 degrees. And then Velma stands before you, covered in this black energy. The black energy then dissipates. Velma, you are back to a state of consciousness with 1 HP. Azuri, do a perception check, please.
Religion check or perception?
Perception with advantage first.
Same number. Perception 12.
Okay. You swear you can see as the blackness disappears, you swear you can see it like in her eyes swirling around for a second, and then it's gone. Do a religion check.
You'd think I'd be better at this as a cleric. 8.
Okay. Then you're just looking in shock, like what the hell happened? Lukar, the white noise comes back, and Astrid goes, "Dude, what the hell is that?"
I don't know. I didn't know if she was haunting me or if it was something that you were doing.
That wasn't me, man. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know, man. That's not, whatever it is, that cannot be good.
I look at my hands and say, do I have other powers I can't control?
You didn't.
Am I
You
doing
didn't.
this?
No, you didn't. No, bro. You didn't do that. That wasn't you. That wasn't you.
Okay.
No, you don't know that. You don't know that kind of magic.
That's some dark shit.
You just know wacky stuff. Well, except for the fireball that kills people, but that was some dark magic.
And
it's like
you might want to keep an eye on that one.
And then the white noise goes away.
As I wake up, I finish my dying thought, Ailent, and then I look around. What the hell happened here? But my first action, besides expressing incredulity, I check my camera to make sure it's still okay.
Well, Lukar, looks like no harm, no foul. You know, no big deal. It's all good.
I mean,
thanks for the heals, Missouri.
Well,
you always come through.
I mean, I don't know them like I know Velma. Velma's like a roommate and everything. You know, like that's part of the group. These, you know. I mean, I feel bad for the teachers, but you know.
And Velma, you swear you just hear like this little whisper in your head, just says, "Oh me." That's all you hear. Left as quick as it came on in your brain, and that's where we're going to end for this evening. So we will close out this adventure next session to determine. So you got a week to figure out what you're going to do to get out of this situation. If you're going to work together or not, or what you're going to do, and figure out how you guys can come back from this having not only your professor get killed, but also the guardian of the Eldritch Groves, the one protecting the groves from, the imminent destruction that it was meant to face.
Nice.
That was,
I think that's where we need to.
That certainly was a session.
And you said you didn't have any material ready.
and I gotta say, out of game, I have to say that regardless of if you meant it or not, Lukar, that went in the best direction I ever could have thought it was going to go, and that was fantastic. Positive. This is.
I'm not
it's
feeling
opening
it right now.
It's opening up so many more interesting issues amongst the characters and stuff. Good times, good stuff. Yeah. So think about what you're gonna. Yeah. So take some time. Message amongst yourselves, or don't, just do a freestyle when you come back. But think amongst yourselves about what you're going to do to get out of this situation. Because in the next session, you're going to be going back to school and likely have to connect with the dean to figure out what you got to do.
I think we got a weekend at Bernie situation coming up.
That's always worked for us in the past.
Yeah, but put this guy out like a scarecrow. He'll still guard you in the forest, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Lisa's fine. She's got A's.
You don't even have to hang him up. He's still tied there.
Yeah, he's just guarding that one tree.
Maybe the weird dryads could help. You never know. Crazier things have happened.
All right.
Who's to say? Well, thanks everybody. Have a good. That was a good one. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and see you next week.
Why did Lukar use Fireball? How did Velma come back to life, and what's up with that dagger? Is Bigwing a bad bird? How will they explain what happened to Seamus? Answers to these questions and many more on the next episode of Eberron Adventures, brought to you by the Wednesday Night Crew. If you would like to support this podcast, please do so by going to patreon.com/Eberron Adventures. And for a mere $3 a month, you can get a shout out, just like our very first Patreon supporter, Jonathan Boyd. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate the donation and your support. Once again, that is patreon.com/Eberron Adventures. See you next week.